All right, so welcome back to Whitehouse Farm. What we're going to be doing today is lawnmower maintenance here for all your push mowers. This was actually given to me by my father-in-law. He used it for a while, and then he ended up getting a riding lawnmower. But before that, he couldn't get this working again. There was something wrong with it. He didn't know what. He didn't feel like messing with it, so he asked me if I wanted it. I said, sure, I'll take it. We could always use it around here and put my kids to work. So we're going to go ahead and do the basics on here and check the spark plug, oil, filter, all that good stuff. And I think we're actually going to go ahead and put an inline fuel filter in here as well. Those are always good to have just because if you're filling it up or the kids and junk gets down in here, you don't want to get sucked right into the carburetor on there. That way it'll at least stop it there. So let's go ahead and spray this sucker off with some air, get all the cobwebs, literally, and spider eggs, because it's been sitting for so long. Go ahead and get them off of here, and let's see if we can get this thing running. All right, so that already looks 100 times better. We're gonna go ahead and clean this sucker up and have it looking like new as well. Just gotta get all the oil up and all that stuff. But all right, let's get into this. First thing we're gonna do, since the gas has already been drained, we're gonna go ahead and cut right here, and this is where we're gonna go ahead and put in our little fuel filter. So let's go ahead and get to that. All right, so all we're gonna do is just cut this line right about here. Oh, a couple drops were left in there. All right, so when it comes to doing these, you got your choice. You can use one of these bigger fuel filters here. It's really not necessary. You can get the smaller ones. They're a little bit cheaper. And there you go, meant for push mowers, and you can use them in pretty much anything, but we're gonna go ahead and put one of these in, and we'll go ahead and get that. Okay, we're also need a couple new clamps, which I have here, and I'll go leave a link in the description so you can purchase these. You can get them all different sizes, and that way you can get those on there. And these are the best ones because they don't crimp it up on the one side. They keep it nice and even so you don't have leaks. And this right here, that's an 11 millimeter that I'm using. And we'll go ahead and push this in there. So that's connected, just like that. Now we can go ahead and bring that down and secure it on there. And don't forget your other one. And then we can connect this just like that. Slide that down. There we go. All right, so as simple as that. And now you got a nice little fuel filter on there, and you don't have to worry about junk falling in here and getting into your carburetor. Really simple. And like I said, I'll leave a link in the description for these. You can get a whole bunch of them. Relatively cheap, and they work good on everything. All right, so now we'll go ahead and replace the air filter here. Woohoo! Look at that. Okay, that is a good reason why you always check this stuff first. Looks like just loaded and caked up with stuff. And remember, you need air, spark, and fuel in order to fire an engine. So this could have been restricting the air part, the air aspect of it. So let's go ahead and get this out of here and get the new one in. Oh yeah. Look at that. Alright, since this is a Troy-built push mower, it does have the Honda engine in it. Went ahead and got a Honda replacement filter for it, so let's go ahead and put that in there. There we go. Look at that, nice new filter. Go ahead and clip this back in. Oh. Go ahead and clip this back in. All right. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and take the screw off the bottom of the carburetor here and take the bottom bowl off and just see what we got in it, see if there's any junk in it. A little more gas. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, that's got a lot of junk in it. That's never a good sign when it comes to carburetors. And just after seeing that, I'm actually gonna take this apart and check the carb. And these bolts are also 10mm. And 2. And you see the carb came off there. We can go ahead and take this off. We'll just pull the rubber hose off the back of that. Just like that. Go ahead and disconnect these. Disconnect this hose here. Okay, now we can go ahead and take these out. There's 1 and 2. Alright. Yeah. That carburetor has definitely seen better days. Look at this. That is going to need a really good cleaning. Go ahead and pop this pin out. There it goes. And then we could pull the float off. And yep, it's got the pin. And now we can go ahead and clean this sucker out. So it's important when you're cleaning out these carburetors, you gotta get all those holes. Make sure that you can spray right through them and that everything is clear. And then what you want to do is take your air pressure hose and blast through them as well. Alright, so now we can go ahead and reattach this. This just slides in there just like that. And goes right in the hole there, just like that. And now we'll put our pin back in. Alright, so we'll slide our pin back through. And you just want to check it. And that's good now. Okay, so now we can hook our spring and rod back up here. Just like that. Now we take our piece here. We're going to line this all back up. Before we do that, let's go ahead and get our fuel line hooked back up. So you just want to put your bolts in there and then guide these in to get this all lined back up. I'm trying to show you here, a little tough. Right, go ahead and put this through there so that holds your gasket in place. And now you can start this in the back there. Just get everything all together. Just remember to get that choke tab behind that black tab like I showed you when you're doing this. You can go ahead and tighten it up with your 10 mil again. And just get them so they're snug. There we go. Yep. And you can actually look down in the hole here. And you can see that the choke is working. Might be a little tough, but there we go. Alright. So now that we took care of the carburetor, let's go ahead and throw the air filter back on. Alright, so we're moving right along. Fuel, air filter, carburetor. Next thing we want to go ahead and do is replace this spark plug. And here's the replacement spark plug for it. So let's get the old one out. And this is going to be a 13/16. Got all the crud on there. Definitely needed to be replaced. You should do this at least once a year when you go through a whole season. I would recommend the fuel filter, air filter, and spark plug just to keep them nice and healthy. Really simple too. There's the new one. Let's go ahead and put that in. And you don't need to crank on it. Just get in there so it's tight. Alright, so we got the new spark plug in. Let's go ahead and check the oil now. It doesn't look too bad. And we definitely got plenty of oil in it. A little dark, but no shavings or anything like that, and that's always a plus. One thing I forgot to mention, you guys, make sure you plug back in your air filter hose back here as well. If you do get it all together, just like I did, you can reach back there and it just snaps or fits right on. So that's why you always double check stuff. All right, so that's on there now. All right, well, this thing doesn't have any gas in it. Let's go ahead and flip it on its side and take the blade off and give it a quick sharpen. All right, and this could be a 16 millimeter. All right. So we'll go ahead and sharpen these up, each side. All right, so that's pretty good. Nice and sharp. You can go ahead and throw that back on. All right, so we got the new air filter on, cleaned out the carburetor, new fuel filter, spark plug, oil was good. Let's go ahead and throw some fresh non-ethanol gas in here and see if this thing will fire up. All set for come springtime. I'm going to start get mowing here, so I can send my oldest out to start doing this. He can at least do the area around here. We got the big tractor for doing the yard out there. But all right, we'll see you guys back inside there. All right, so I just had to. I went ahead and polished and cleaned it all up. No point in doing all that work and not having it look good too. Look at that. That is nice. Looks brand new again. And it runs like it's brand new. This thing is all set. Alright. Alright, so there you go, folks. Some things to look for when you're doing your maintenance on your push mower. Just go through everything. As you see, that air filter alone had a bunch of junk in it. And the carburetor. So those are, important things to check. So, all right, guys, we're all set here, and we're ready to go for springtime. So, once again, we hope you guys like, enjoy, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
You can't say goodbye without saying goodbye to me.
All right, Olaf. We'll see you on the next one. All right. Bye, Obo.
Bye, guys.